You're looking live at Homestead Miami Speedway for race number 20 of the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series and race number 2 of the Chase for the Cup as well. As qualifying right underway here, about 4 minutes left in qualifying. Drivers getting in their 2 fast lap times in 5 minutes total. Currently now on the racetrack we have Samuel Hoff working his way around the 1.5 mile track in Homestead. He's working his way around through turn 3 and 4 right now. And that white line around the racetrack, trying to get as good of an exit as he can off of turn number 4. Coming to the stripe, Sam Hoff. Looks like a pretty good lap time there. A double zero machine. That was his final lap time right there as well. Currently he is 3rd place on the chart, it looks like. We're into our timing screen. Working right now to get our timing and scoring correct right now, but looks like Hoff and 3rd. I think Brock Morris on pole position here currently. About a minute and 30 seconds left in qualifying as your time is going to actually try Houston on pole position right now as he'll watch a 2nd, Brock Morrison 3rd. So it looks like Houston will be on pole position for now as a few drivers have yet to put in the lap time. Carnes Zabozin will be one of them. As he's working his way down the back straightaway. A minute left though in qualifying, so he should have plenty of time to do something here. Crossing last looks like it's gonna be 33.2. That'll put him, I believe, inside the top 15. That puts him 10th actually. The 45 machine as he's working his way through turn 1 and 2. Can he go quicker? Put himself inside the top 5, maybe even. Start 3 and 4 ripping that bottom lane. Looks like it's a preferred lane here in qualifying. Past the lap times. All these drivers have been ran on the bottom in 3 and 4. So he gets up the line here, coming across the line. He does go quicker, puts him around 5th place, right inside the top 5, excuse me. So great lap time there for that 45 machine. Sets himself up well. So that's good in qualifying there. So Ryan Houston will be on pole position here for tonight's Thick Productions 225. As Jared's about to go green here shortly in a moment's time. So we take a quick little break. Right back here from Homestead while the drivers grid up. I was back live here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The driver is now grading up here and rolling off here down the back straight. We'll take a quick look at our starting lap here for tonight's 150 lap race here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And on pole position, like I mentioned, is Ryan House. Alongside him will be Connor Zabosian. Isaiah Walter. Zabosian will be a little further on back, but this is for the heat. Actually, no, it's heat one. Excuse me. Sorry, rather wrong one up there. So heat number one, be Brock Morris and Connor Zabosian in second. There it is. And Skylar Jones in third. Zach Stewart fourth. Fifth will be Jared Skinner. Thomas Spencer will be sixth. Alan Wild seventh. Donald Kite in eighth. Michael James in ninth. Jordan Warnock in 10th. Alex Lupin 11th. Tim McBasswell 12th. Malcolm Mall 13th. Craig Moore 14th. Brandon McWilliams 15th. Jordan Evans 16th. Rest of the field, Jimmy Gekas in 17th as the pace car is off. In the restart zone, there we go. Green flags out here for heat number one. As the talk of the town has been these tire wear in these ARCA cars here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Very hot racetrack. So expect to see a lot of tire wear, a lot of movement throughout the field, and a lot of tire saving. Drivers are going to be very conservative, at least in the race, maybe not so much in this opening heat race. There's only 7 laps though. It's going to be pretty much all push, no saving here. As up front, Brock Morris, Skylar Jones. Around his back bumper, Morris won last week in a dominating fashion at Sonoma. Looks like the top 3. Really Jones, Zabosian, and Morris. Zabosian looks to the inside there. For that second place position. As he goes through turn 1 and 2 on the inside line. As Jade's right behind him, and that 7 machine. When you get to the back bumper, it looks like he's going to be behind Skylar Jones, actually, as Jones sends in deep on the outside line. There's a Zabosian able to stick on the inside, though. Runs out, that white line on the inside. Will make it really stick well. It has a lot of grip on the inside. Zabosian not able to quite clear Skylar Jones on the outside line. Zabosian ripping that inside line. He's going to clear up top off of turn 2. Now he moves himself back up to second place, look just where he started. As I'm going to try to chase down Brock Morris, who just left the fast lap time of heat number 1. There's a little blocking there as well in the background. Looks like Donald Kite moving his way up to the field, up 3 spots already. As he gets around, it looks like Zach Stewart and Michael James trying to get around him as well. James almost got into the left rear of Michael Stewart right there, or Stack Stewart, who's right there off of turn number 2. But Zabosian and Jones battling again here off of turn number 4, but Jones could get a bit loose there off of turn 4. But he does have the momentum now the front straight away. Not really. So it's content behind. One jet around. Jordan Warnock spun around on the entry of turn number 1. Same with Thomas Spencer as well. And Spencer destroyed. Same with the Warnock as Warnock resets into the pit lane. We'll see what happened there. Here's a replay off of turn number 4. Warnock hits the outside wall. Spencer tries to squeeze in the gap, and not sure if I'm not sure if Warnock came up or Spencer came down. It looks like it's just kind of a racing deal right there. As those two make contact down the front straightaway. We have 2 laps to go in heat number 1. As a 3 wide action here. So here comes Jared Skinner to the inside. Supposing going to try to rip the top outside line. Will work here off of turn number 2. Not quite. Looks like Skinner gets a little bit better entry in middle, but it looks like Zabosian a little bit exit. We're still side by side in turn 3. Zabosian cleared there for a moment's time. Looks like out in front of Brock Morris trying to pull this thing away. Mike flying there here for heat number 1. Morris about 5-10 of a second lead over the rest of the field. Zabosian up on the top side once again, try to keep Jared Skinner behind him. As off of turn number 2, big run there for that 45 machine on the top side. And Donald Kite up the 4th place now, up 4 positions since the drop of the green flag. Skylar Jones goes look to the inside, slide job move on the entry to turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be this drag race here for a second as well. Jared Skinner Will it be enough? No, it will not be. Behind them, Skyler Jones, Donald Kite. Donald Kite will barely get it, but more importantly, Brock Morris will pick up the win here in heat number 1. And he will start in 3rd place in the main events here in a few minutes' time. So great performance here for Brock Morris. Not really challenged at all in the 05 machine. So now drivers gear up for heat number 2. The green up here on the front straightaway here shortly, but Brock Morris picking up the win there. Great result for him. The 05 machine, kind of a deja vu moment here from Homestead, Miami, Speedway, the other part of the country, and a whole opposite from Sonoma. So yeah, the dominant performance there obviously last week, so I speak to him sometime during this race as well. These drivers good for heat number 2. We'll take a quick look at our starting lineup here in a few moments time as well. Looks like these drivers are rolling off here right now, any moment, any second. There goes the pace car on to the racetrack. So we'll take a quick look at heat number 2 grid. And on a pole position for heat number 2 is going to be Alex Anderson in first, Sam Hoff in the second. Matthew Sr. in third, Daniel Molnix in fourth. Fifth will be Nathan Johnson. Sixth will be Ruben Rodas. Seventh will be Nate Bogus, and eighth will be Albert Lopez. Ninth will be Dustin Coggin, and Tony Allison will be in 10th. Still Lamp 11th, Kyle Lunsky in 12th. Mr. Bush in 13th, Eric Kep in 14th. 15th will be Christian Schweiger, and Carl Cantonis will be 16th. And around our last driver in the field will be Nathan Fryer in that 17th place position. So let's take a quick look at the track temp now. It's 113 degrees. It's only getting hotter throughout the day, or throughout the night, in real life at least. Currently 11 a.m. in sim time, so I mentioned only gonna get hotter and hotter throughout the sim and throughout the day here in the simulator. So pace car is off. It's going to be Alex Anderson going to lead us to the restart zone. And green flags out, and we are underway here for heat number 2. Pretty much dead even at turn 1. It's 3 wide move there for Daniel Molnix on the top side. Does not the moment. A little contact for the side-by-side. Front 2 sideways for Alex Anderson. He saves it. Hunter Senior gets loose off at turn number 2. He's going to lose a bunch of spots. Around goes Molnix in the inside wall. Alex Anderson down and losing a bunch of positions as well, as absolute chaos here for heat number 2 opening up as Molnix hard on the inside wall. He's got back going quickly though, but he's gonna definitely end up in that last place position unless someone else wrecks. As it looks like these drivers just loose off of turn number 2, and side draft gone wrong. It looks like for Alex Anderson, Molnix was already coming down, and Anderson did not realize that. As we got more drama here, looks like Christian Schweiger losing a couple spots as well. As absolute chaos here on the opening lap at Homestead for heat number 2, as Sam Hoff will take the race lead for heat 2, as Nathan Johnson in second. Ruben Rodas will be in third. Hunter Senior ripping that top side, trying to make some work on Nate Bogus, and Ruben Rodas not able to do anything there off of turn number 2. Hunter Senior all the back bumper though. Nate Bogus gonna push him down the back straightaway big time there. As another 3 wide middle he goes. Will he be able to make it stick here off of turn number 4? So Nate Bogus in the outside wall could slow him down just a little bit. Hunter Senior kind of backs out of it though, as Ruben Rodas clears down the off of turn 4 for third. And Hunter Senior now to the inside of Nate Bogus after he made a mistake off of turn number 4. And he'll clear Nate Bogus for now, but he's looking for more. He's looking on the inside. Ruben Rodas down back straightaway they go. Side by side, 5 and 12. A little bit of side out there for Hunter Senior on Ruben Rodas. Behind them, Dustin Coggin. Albert Lopez in the mix as well. And here, that's looks like Eric Kep there as well. Out in front still is Sam Hoff here with 3 laps to go. Heat number 2 looking to start in that 4th place spot here for the feature race. Looks like Homestead finally clears as a single file out for the most part here, but it kind of looks like Eric Kep and Nate Bogus little side-by-side action. Like I mentioned, for the most part, most of single file. The side-by-side up ahead looks like Dustin Coggin and Nate Bogus. Here's Dustin Coggin on the outside, get a clear on the entry to turn number 3. Looks like the Bogus go to the inside big time, sitting on the entry to turn number 3 though. But out in front, coming to white flag this time by, it's gonna be Sam Hoff out in front over Nathan Johnson and Ruben Willis. It's a burning 5-man win. That white flag one more time to go here around Miami, Homestead Miami Speedway. As after lap number 1, this thing has calmed down quite a bit, but lap 1, a lot of action. A lot of championship continues getting taken out here in heat number 2 with the rebound and try to finish well in this feature race. And well, the cut worked out for them there, but off to turn number 4, Sam Hoff, no competition from behind. He'll win heat number 2. A little side-by-side action here. Further on back, looks like Eric Kep, Kyle Linsky at the line. Looks like Eric Kep will get it there over Kyle Linsky in 7th and 8th. But Sam Hoff will pick up the heat number 2 win. As drivers now are in warm-up right here currently, so we'll take a quick little break. We're right back here for the main events here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Thick Productions 225. We're live here at Miami, Homestead Miami Speedway. For race number 20 here, the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series, chase race number 2, currently green up here. We'll take a quick look at our starting lineup here for the main event feature race for the Thick Productions 225. As Ryan Houston got pole earlier tonight, and Isaiah Walters will start in second behind him. Brock Morris will be in third, Sam Hoff will be in fourth, the 2 heat winners. Connors Rose in fifth, Nathan Johnson in sixth. There's Kieran 7th, Ruben Rose in 8th. Donnie Kite in 9th, Hunter Sr. in 10th. Skylar Jones 11th, Dustin Coggin in 12th. Zach Stewart 13th, Nate Bogus in 14th. 15th will be Michael James, and 16th will be Eric Kep. Alex Green 17th, Karolowski in 18th. Greg Martin 19th, Albert Lopez in 20th. Alden Wild 21st, Tony Allison 22nd. Jim Gekis 23rd, Christopher Bush in 24th. Brandon McWilliams 25th, Carl Cantones in 26th. Second basketball 27th, Christian Schweger in 28th. 29th, Jordan Evans, 30th will be Dylan Lamp. Thomas Spencer 31st, Alex Anderson involved in the wreck as well with Thomas Spencer earlier as well. In 32nd, Spencer in a different wreck than Anderson, different race. William Warlock as well involved in heat number 1 wreck. Daniel Molex finishing last in heat number 2. He'll start in 34th. Pickleball in 35th, and Nathan Fryer 36th. Around our 36th car field here tonight as the green flag. We'll wave here for Brock Morris as green flag is out. We're underway here at Homestead Miami Speedway. There's a great launch there for that 05 machine. Looks like Brian Houston will actually be on. Excuse me, Brian Houston, great launch for him. Center turn 3 and 4. Looking pretty good so far for the top few drivers. The top 3 of single file out. Moore's got to try clear there of it. Looks like Nathan Johnson, yes he will, as the top 7 now clear almost. As Ruben Rose side by side here with Jared Skinner. The gyro is going to be tire saving as much as they can. That was kind of the talk of the town here earlier today. Just saving tires as much as you can. And if you go 15, you have 7 extra sets of tires, so a lot of extra sets in the box. So if we have a quick yellow, it could be definitely a strategy call for some of the drivers to come down pit lane with how bad a tire wear is here at Homestead, especially with these hot temperatures. We'll take a quick look at the weather once we have a little bit more free time as Val's over the racetrack here. Here comes Ruben Rose to the inside, goes slide up the racetrack. Almost gets into the back, left side there, Jared Skinner. As Hunter Sr. ripping the top side already. You know, number 3, good run off of turn number 4. Really take advantage of this one. Will he go 3 wide? Doesn't look like he has the momentum as he works with his teammate Jared Skinner. Juice Power Racing, or Juice Power Gaming, right there. Fast lap time just set by Connor Zabosian in that 5th place spot. Now 4th place for Zabosian as he works his way around Brock Morris. Drivers enter turn 3 and 4. You see how many drivers using that bottom lane, knowing how bad the tire wear is here. They do not want to run the top side at all. We gotta watch out here for drivers like Alex Anderson, who's already up 6 spots here in 22nd place. And also a driver like Daniel Molnox is only up 2 spots right now in 30 So still a long ways to go for those drivers who started pretty much dead last in this field. But you gotta try to make up your moves here early on if you want a chance late. Especially on these starts and restarts. That's probably where you gain and lose the most positions overall. But Ryan Houston did a good job out in front, about 3/10 over Isaiah Walters. Not really too close competition wise right now currently for the top spot of this race, but seeing him off trying to get around that 60 machine in front of him. As now 7 laps into this run, we'll see how bad the tire is. It looks like they've fallen off around 210 so far, so nothing too crazy early on from lap number 7. So the kind of magic number was about 15 laps is when you really see the fall off start to happen, but we'll see how big of a fall off it really shows here in the pack. And who will be the comers and goers with that fall off. You just see how much off throttle time these drivers already have early on. This ARCA car kind of very tight on entry, it seems like, just with how much these drivers are lifting to try to rotate this car around these corners. Homestead, obviously not typical 1.5 mile racetrack, very unique, probably the most unique intermediate racetrack or 1.5 mile racetrack in NASCAR. Really the only of its kind. But Ryan Austin out in front right here currently. So every lap so far, 1 pole position. He's looking really good so far here tonight. See most of the field single file for the most part, but it looks like Zabosian go to the outside here, count in the middle lane, maybe get some clean air on his front nose and help rotate that race car around through turn 1 and turn 2. I just see a big single file train all the way to the back there, so Zabosian still trying that top side, getting that clean air. I'm not sure if it's going to wear out his tires a little bit more than he probably wants to. As we'll contact the back around goes Joe Jarvis, Karolinski, I believe. That's Craig Martin, actually, that 22 machine hard hitting the inside wall. And that brings out the first yellow here on lap number 10. As Craig Martin around he goes off the turn number 4. He might have just got loose there. Kind of saw in the background there, kind of going back and forth, maybe trying to correct his race car and save it, but was not able to. So we'll see here off of turn number 4. 3 wide action here. It was him, Herlinski, and Nate Bogus. It looks like Martin just got loose, tagged Karolinski, and pow, on the inside wall he goes. It's going to be a lot of air damage for that 22 machine. You'll have to get that fixed up during these yellows. And will we see pit stops here? 7 extra sets of tires, so we'll definitely see some covers down pit lane early on this one. Will we see some covers down pit lane? Looks like at least they're going down. Looks like they will be going down pit lane here on lap number 11. So live drivers coming down pit lane. And not too surprising. That's kind of what the talk was. Around 10-15 laps is really when it starts to fall big time. We were on 10 laps green that time during that run. Not too surprising there. Isaiah Walsh maybe taking fuel only, maybe taking 1 set of tires only as well. So he will be a race leader once this also goes out there. Yes, he will. So it looks like he took 2 tires only there for that 60 machine. We'll see how that works out for him to make this car just a little bit too loose for his liking, but we'll see as the pace light should turn off this time by. It looks like he's going to choose the outside line here on this first restart of the night. Another thing we gotta watch out here for on this restart is the wheel spin from Isaiah Waltrus. As pace car took the hard left turn on the pit lane. And into the restart zone they go. Watch out, Ride 60 machine, some wheel spin possibly here. Through the gears he goes. Great launch there for Isaiah Waltrus, and the inside lane gets a good launch as well. But it looks like Skylar Jones and the rest of the field on the outside kind of caught lacking there. There's already 3 wide action here. Jones falling back quickly. That's Nathan Johnson looks like, and Jared Skinner making quick work of that 47 machine. Skinner a bit looser off of turn number 2 as they're still 3 wide in the lead pack. A couple rows deep as well. This could get really sketchy here off turn number 4. Justin Cog in the middle right there. Same with Eric Kep as well. A little contact there, maybe trying some bump drafting down the front straightaways. They're still 3 wide for the most part. Justin Coggin almost 4 wide for the moment there. As Skylar Jones falling back quickly. Jones took 2 tires as well, so that's why that 47 machine falling back quickly on this opening's first restart of the night. Down front, Isaiah Waltrus doing a good job in that clean air, probably helping them out quite a bit as well. Staying out in front. Even with those 2 tires on his race car. As the field quickly goes single file here down the back straightaway. But further on back, we'll have some 3 wide action maybe there. Carl Cantona is moving up some spots here up to 24th place. As Alex Anderson, he's up the 13th now, up 19 spots for a 67 machine. As I'm kind of surprised how good of a job Isaiah Waltrus is able to do on only those two fresh tires. 60 machine handling it quite well right now. As Ryan Housing is kind of falling back a little bit to that 4th place spot. It just kind of shows you how effective that clean air is for these ARCA cars here at Homestead. These top 4 are very close together here. They can maybe pounce higher on Isaiah Waltrus for that 1st place spot. As there goes the boat on the outside in that clean air. Can he do anything to get around that 60 machine? Off of turn number 2. Goes in, run the outside line. Looks like Sam Hoff got a little loose there off of turn number 2. And here comes Ryan Housen, the entire pole sitter. So a little bit racy here for the top 4 spots as Houston trying to clear theirs. Here comes Connors Wilson. Great run on the middle of turn 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 on the exit on the high side. Looks like he's going to try to clear on the entry to turn number 1. And he's not quite able to do so, but I think off of turn 2 here, he'll be able to get Isaiah Waltrus and get up to the race lead for the first time tonight. Down the back he goes, not able to quite clear it like I thought he would be able to. Lap traffic up ahead as the Waltrus having to back off big time there in the middle 3 and 4. That car is definitely getting a little tight on it inside there through green forest. Here comes Sam Hoff as well. Around the outside of that 60 machine. Looks like caution is out here for the second time tonight on lap number 22. Oh, should have been further on back there. That looks like it right ahead here. As a real car span. Zarba Lopez having to go through the grass. Might have been oh, looks like 55. Looks like Dylan Lamp. He was a lap down. He just became a lap down, looks like, and something must have happened to that 55 machine. Oh, he tags. I think Ruben Rose tags him on the entry in turn 1 and 2. Ruben Rose broken right front, maybe, and Dylan Lamp had the segment on his brakes, spinning out, and collects a few other drivers as well. And that was a very weird incident right there. Lamp trying to get way out of our leader. That's Connors Bojan. Lamp very slow off of turn number 4. It's the outside wall, trying to give these guys plenty of room. You know, he comes off the wall just a little bit into Ruben Rodas. I think that breaks Ruben Rodas' right front. Lamp has to slam on the brakes, and around he goes. Tag looks like the 07 there of Alan Wild. And luckily no one else was really involved there. That's going to bring our second caution here on lap number 22. As drivers again will have a decision. Do they want to come out pit lane? Looks like Isaiah Waltrus might stay out here, actually. I'm not sure pit lane's open this time by. It might be open. It should have been open last time, I believe. Let's see out another caution here. So it looks like no one in the top 10 coming out pit lane. Very interesting there. I'm surprised that the Walters didn't come out pit lane. He did stay out on the last caution. Looks like he did take right side tires on last caution, so. And he's been doing well up front so far tonight. Started second, and he's been top 3 punch all night long as well, so. We'll see how it goes. From so long ways to go, 125 laps left in tonight's race, so a long ways to go. A lot of decisions will have to be made in these next, I think, probably 25 laps. I mean, the first 50 laps I think are going to be probably the most important 50 laps of this race. Just try and get yourself in the right positions. Clean air seemed to be the most dominant thing tonight. Obviously, our longest runs of the night have only been around 10 or so laps, so we don't really know how a very long run works. We'll see how it plays out, though. And green flags back out. Zbozian will lead us to turn number 1. Looks like he'll clear in the turn 1 as well. Here comes the watch us on the inside of Sam off. Is he able to clear? Yes, he will. Clear right behind Connor Zbozian. If the watcher stops himself up in the second, Sam off down to 3rd. About 5 or so single file back out. contacting a wall for a few cars behind. Seems like this off turn 4 just seems like a very tricky corner. A lot of drivers getting a bit loose. Seems like this car is very tight on entry to turn 3 and very loose off of turn 4. It's kind of a weird dynamic to try to handle and get a good grasp on. But some of these drivers have been able to, like Ryan Houston, Connors Bosen, Isaiah Waltrip, Sam Hoff. All those drivers down here in the top 4 spots. Bosen and Waltrip side by side here for the race on the entry turn 1. Bosen will win that battle for now, but very impressed by Isaiah Waltrip able to take those 2 right side tires and able to make them work this far into the run. He's now trying to battle the race lead here currently with Connor Zabosian. Little side drive there for Ryan Houston. He's losing some spots here. He's down to 5th, maybe even down to 6th here. If Hunter Sr. can get around that 98 machine. Our Polster, he looked very good early on in these first 10 laps, but kind of mired and dirty air. And been able to stand a big loose there. Alex like Nathan Johnson able to save off of turn number 2. Actually, no, it was Alex Anderson, excuse me, that 67 machine able to save it. We'll step aside with Nathan Johnson. As Alex Anderson at 22 spots. Easily the biggest mover so far tonight. The back out in front of Zabosian will lead big time over Isaiah Waltrip. About 0.2 of a second is their gap. There's almost some three-wide action here for around 6th place. Ryan Houston and Hunter Sr. still duking out here for the top 5 position. It's behind them Dustin Coggin and Brock Morris, last week's winner at Sonoma. Dustin Coggin up the racetrack a little bit on the entry of turn number 3. We've seen that many times tonight. How tight turn 3 entry is. How loose turn 4 exit is as well. So way up the racetrack to go. Here comes Anderson around the outside. He's clear for 8th. Here off for turn number 2. Anderson up the racetrack, and once again here side by side with Dustin Coggin. Will switch positions there. Coggin on the outside here of Anderson. This is for 8th place once again. 8th and 9th between these 2 drivers. Once again, 3 wide here, and a common theme so far tonight. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it doesn't, but Anderson and Dustin Coggin still duking out here for position. Looks like Anderson will win that battle for now. He'll clear Coggin into turn number 1. Back out front, Connors Bosen in the race lead currently. Zal Anderson, oh, he's losing it off of turn number 4. Can he save it? Yes, he can, but he's going to lose a couple of spots there. Dustin Coggan will get by. Brock Morris might get by here on the interior turn number 1. And here comes Zach Stewart as well, as he's trying to get to the inside there of Hunter Sr. off of turn number 4, but what a save there for that 67 machine. Now he's got the battle. Dustin Coggan once again is right. Oh, he's losing it again here off the exit of turn number 2. So the tire is starting to come in the factory here. He's gyro spinning these sets of tires for around 20 laps or so. We're going to see who are the comers and goers these next probably 10 laps, and see who has been pushing a little bit too hard these opening laps on these new sets of tires. So side by side out here with Jared Skinner and Sam Off. You can see these gyros working both multiple lanes right now on these old tires. Alex Anderson once again on the outside wall, struggling on these old tires. He may have pushed a little bit too much to try to get up to the front here. Now he's side by side here with Zach Stewart. This is for 9th and 10th. And there goes Ryan House on the inside of Sam Hoff. House is gonna lose that battle there. Dustin Coggan gets in front of Brock Morris there. So here comes Sam Hoff. Here comes Ryan House on the inside of Sam Hoff. Can you do it right now? Not quite this time. Looks like Hoff will win that battle once again. Brock Morris is the spot here to Alex Anderson. So you're going to try to watch us the inside there of Connors Bosen, not able to quite make the move done as the top 6 have kind of pulled away from the rest of the field. There's a couple of different packs of cars here throughout the racetrack. It's getting a little bit racy now here once these tires starting to wear out, about a second fall off. I see him seeing off the inside of Isaiah Waltrus. Waltrus ripping that top side to try to stay in second. Yes, he will. He has a good run to the Bosen. Will he take it to the inside? Yes, he will. A little side draft on the interior turn 1 as we have side-by-side battle for the race lead between Connors Bosen and Isaiah Waltrus. Waltrus on the inside can do a little slide job, not quite able to do so. So Bosen going to rip that top side and he's going to get the run off of turn number 2. and he'll clear down the back straightaway. Stay in the race lead for now. Right now, so once again to the inside of Sam Hoff. Can he make the move here on the exit of turn 4? Off from that top side, he does it again. He's gonna stay in front for now in that 3rd place position. And this thing will fly out for the most part here down the front straightaway. There's almost 3 wide there through turn 1 and turn 2. As Isaiah Walters once again try to get to that race lead on Connors Bosian, but the inside lane just seems it's not able to really stick well. But Isaiah Walters surprisingly good on the exit of turn 2 on down the back straightaway. So 3 wide behind him for, looks like, for 3rd. As big time action here in the front pack. Ryan Allison gets loose off of turn number 4. Off again is inside the top 3, stays in 3rd for now, but here comes Jared Skinner to the inside. Can he make the move for maybe 3rd, maybe 4th? There's once again they're 3 wide for 3rd place. Hoff on the outside, Houston on the inside, Skinner on the bottom of both of them. So now Hoff on the outside of Isaiah Walters. They could get up to 2nd here. So it looks like Jared Skinner trying to come out pit lane, but not able to. Isaiah Walters will. So pit stops happening here in lap number 48. Jared Skinner looks like he may have missed pit lane, or was he? Let's see, replay that one. I don't know. I don't think he did. He didn't realize Isaiah Walters was pitting. He got in the back of him. So he's gonna lose a little bit of time there. A bit of surprise if Sam Hoff comes down pit lane this time by. Looks like, well, a bunch of drivers will. Connors Bosian down pit lane, Hunter Senior down pit lane. Gotta be careful getting out in the pit lane. It's very hard here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Make sure you don't speed as well as Ryan Hobson gonna stay on an extra lap. So we'll check to see if anyone gets any black flags here momentarily. Here's Ryan Hobson down pit lane now. Looks like Donnie Kite will stay on an extra few laps, maybe. From what I can see, no one has gotten a black flag yet. No, not yet. No one's got a black flag yet. But looks like the first one off of pit lane who already pitted will be... Looks like it's going to be Connors Bosian and Alex Anderson. He pitted, actually he's going to be ahead of Connors Bosian, so we'll see how the thing sorts out once the time and scoring sorts out and everyone comes on pit lane. But Donnie Kite right behind some of these drivers who already pitted. Looks like the top 6 have yet to pit. Skylar Jones pitted last time. It looks like Skylar Jones pitted last caution, so he might be a little fresher tires than the rest of the field. And we'll see what could happen here, as a caution would really throw a wrench into everything right now. But I'm sure a lot of these drivers are hoping we do not see that yellow flag at all. Tony able to start quite a bit longer than the rest of the field. Actually, the pit last caution. The top four have the drivers have yet to pit. Did pit last caution, so they're able to stretch it quite a bit longer. As Alex Anderson, Isaiah Waltrus currently listed off of the race lead once everything cycles out. Anderson pitted a little bit earlier than these drivers, about 3 laps earlier than Isaiah Waltrus and Connor Zabosian. As right now, these top three drivers duking out here for what will be the race lead once everything cycles out. Anderson was struggling on those older tires, especially off the exits of the turn 2 and turn 4. We'll see what his strategy might be a little bit different here. He has a little bit cleaner air as well, being in front of these two drivers behind him. Well, looks like Zabosian going to be ripping the top side there on that 45 machine. He's got Craig Martin right ahead of him. A slow car. He has some damage as well. Drivers will have to navigate around him. Looks like they will down the back straight away. So there goes Cosmos on the inside of Alex Anderson. Anderson able to hang on for now. Looks like the Michael James catching up here to Donnie Kite. This is for the race lead on the racetrack currently, but once these drivers come down pit lane, you will give up the race lead here to Alex Anderson. I think these drivers may be able to make it on maybe a 2-stop strategy as well for Donnie Kite here. As the rest of the field may have to make it on a 2 more stops right to here, but I think Donnie Kite, they may just have to pit one more time after this, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out though. Skylar Jones going to be first from the bike down pit lane he goes, and with Alan Wiles. So, only drivers have yet to pit is out, Donnie Kite and Michael James. And they're fighting for the race lead here. Excuse me, that's Craig Martin. Got a little excited there, but looks like Donnie Kite a little further ahead. So, he's been on these tires for about 36 laps. Is taking fuel for 36 laps as well. Is Donnie Kite, will he come down pit lane this time by? Looks like he's a little slow, and yes he will. Will Michael James follow suit? No he won't, he's going to set an extra lap here. So he's going to make the lap 61. Around 90 laps to go. So looks like he'll have to pit probably 2 more times. But Anderson using that dirty air to his advantage right now. It will stay ahead of Connor Zabosian and Isaiah Waltrus, even though they have a little bit fresher tires in that 67 machine. There goes Michael James down pit lane now in the one machine. So to this lap, Alex Anderson will take the race lead for the first time tonight. He's going to go up from a 32nd to the race lead here in a few moments time, up 31 positions. Since the drop of the green flag, he struggled in saving his tires a little bit there earlier on, but this turn right now he's looking really good in that clean air. So as the pit cycle has complete here for everyone, and we have some interesting strategy calls here. Drivers seen out very late with on lap 62. So here comes Connors Bowser on the inside for the race lead. Can he make it stick on the inside, or will Alex Anderson able to hang on once again on that top side? Anderson with a good run through 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, he has the high side of momentum and is able to clear not quite as Bowser a little side drop there on the front straightaway. But here comes Isaiah Waltrus on the outside, but Anderson will clear, give Connors Bowser a little dirty air as well. 3-1-2, here comes Isaiah Waltrus. Anderson working both lanes. They are getting the super speedway off of turn number 2. As Isaiah Waltrus will clear for second now. Right now, we'll take a quick look at our weather right now as things stand. So 131 degree track temp. This thing is hot, 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 and it's only getting hotter and hotter throughout the race as well. I expect this thing to go up to maybe even 140, maybe high 130s at least. So we're not even halfway through this one yet, and it's very, very hot out there on the racetrack. Just a little bit of different packs here. You got 3-car pack up here, 2-car pack, and then another about 3-car pack as well. You know, you'll learn crank it up here on lap 67, coming to 68 this time by. As we're back live here from our Crank It Up segment about the race lead here, heating up. Ryan Housen's being able to save those tires. He's caught up to the front back here of Isaiah Walters and Pounds Road. Alex Anderson got past the race lead as well during that segment. So as we're coming to the halfway point here in a few moments' time. We've been green since our second caution on lap number 22. In the thick productions 225 as Isaiah Walters now leads over Connors Boson over at Ryan Housen over at Alex Anderson. Ooh, Housen wait to the inside, maybe got loose there off of turn number 2. Looks like Boson got to clear Isaiah Walters as well. Down the back straight away. As there goes Ryan Housen for the race lead. The inside comes up Connors Boson, he goes. As the Boson way up the racetrack he goes. It's got Ryan Housen to clear easily and take back the race lead for the first time tonight in a long time, it seems like. As our pulsar takes the race lead here around halfway in tonight's race. It looks like Alex Anderson has lost quite a few positions now. As Anderson actually down pit lane. Interesting strategy call for that 67 machine here in lap 78. Ryan Housen looking really good on this long run. We'll see how it lasts though. It should be coming to an end pretty soon, probably the next 5 or 6 laps. As Isaiah watches the inside of Connors Boson. Right behind them as well as Brock Morris for second, third, and fourth. As there goes Connors Boson once again on the outside. Can you make it work? Can you clear? Yes, you will. As here comes Brock Morris. He's going to try to take advantage of this one as well. He's going to try to move himself into a top 3 spot. Looks like as they watch coming up in lane. No, actually, it was the Boson coming up in lane. Same with Ryan Housen. Both those drivers down pit lane. Brock Morris will be the race leader. Being lap 81, 82 now. to Brock Morris down pit lane now. Sonic Kite gonna be the one driver once again, gonna stay out as long as he can. Probably looks like it'll be Donnie Kite and Michael James gonna be drivers gonna be able to stay out about an extra 15 laps or so. So they don't believe they'll be able to make this on a one-stop race, but the caution, maybe if they get a lucky caution break here or there, they can definitely be in contention late. As they've been green since lap number 20, about 26 or so, 26, 27. First driver who's pitted was Alex Anderson. Sounds like he might be saving some fuel on that 67 machine. We'll go on board with him. Be interesting to see how long Donnie Kite can stay out here. I mean, we'll see if he's saving some fuel like Alex Anderson is. Looks like he's not shutting off the engine there, so he's just going for a one-stop, two-stop race from here on out. Looks like they're Donnie Kite coming down pit lane here. Around 60 laps to go, so let's get you out to pit one more time though. Got two machine, but Michael James gets out a couple more laps. Try to stretch it as long as he can. I think he's just kind of hoping for maybe a lucky caution break here or there to really help him out. Looks like I mentioned, Alex Anderson still saving some fuel here, turning off that engine. I think he can make this on a one-stop race, but pretty easily, so I'm not sure why he's trying to save some fuel here currently. Actually, it might be tough for him to make this on the one-stop race. He may have to pit twice. That might be why he's saving some fuel. There's Ryan Houston right behind him. He's about 4 lap pressure tires compared to Alex Anderson. He's kind of right behind Anderson right there. Maybe try to wait a little bit here to make his move. There he goes to the inside though. They're easily clear on turn number 3 and 4. I presume he's yet to come down pit lane as well, so he's gonna try to stay as long as he can. So he'll easily be able to make this on a one more stop strategy for that one machine. Same with Alan Wild as well. The 07 machine. He's about 9 seconds back from Michael James. Looks like James coming down pit lane this time by in the 55 laps to go. So easily be able to make this on a one-stop strategy. But maybe some of these, I think Grant Houston, he might be a little close. He pitted with around 69 laps to go. So if you can go around some quick mental math there, that's around it's around 30, about 35, 34 laps there. So I think he should be okay to make this all a one-stop race, but it'll definitely be close. Maybe a little bit closer than he wants it to be. And right now with 54 laps to go, this time I would do our second Edler and crank it up here at Homestead Miami Speedway. As caution is out here with 52 laps to go, spin down the back straightaway. Let's see what happened there. Looks like 33 of Carlo. Let's get around off of turn number 2. Just not able to save it right there for that 33 machine, and hard hits the inside wall. I bring out the third caution of the night here on lap number 100. It's gonna be 50 laps to go, so it's gonna be a one-stop race from here on out. I assume everyone will come down pit lane and top it off on fuel and take those 4 fresh tires as well. As I assume everyone coming down pit lane here, you at moment's time. And yes, they will. Here they all come. Biggest thing is, will anyone take 2 tires? So Isaiah Walsh just was able to make it work quite a bit last time, but we'll see if it works this time though. These drivers have been on these tires for around 18 laps or so. Housed in the pit box first. And looks like, will anyone take 2? Looks like it will not. So off the pit road, looks like Ryan Houston will win the race off pit road right there over Alex Harrison. So in the meantime here, we'll let these drivers catch up the base car here and ready to go back green. We'll take a quick little break. We're right back here from the action at Homestead Miami Speedway. Pace car is off in the pit lane, and Michael James will lead us to, Ryan Houston will lead us to the green as green flag is out. We're underway here back at Homestead Miami Speedway. Michael James, they're going to launch there. And the turn at number 1. James just paying. He's going to stay in the race. He's going to stay on these older tires. But Alex Harrison go, watch up the race. I got to get anything outside while he goes. Right in front of Ryan Houston and the rest of the field as they scour behind. Alex Harrison currently in second. He's going to stay in second for now. So way up the racetrack they go. That's Hunter Senior Olson and Sam Hoff. They're off the exit of turn 4. As a 3 wide through turn number 1 and turn 2. So 3 wide ahead. That's Brock Morris making up a bunch of positions there. He's now up to 6th place. Could be more here momentarily. Now we're going to get around Dustin Goggin, maybe to get to the inside of Connors Zabosian as well. Michael James doing a good job out in front, hanging on to that race lead for now on those older tires. But here comes Anderson the inside. A little contact there. Anderson moving up the racetrack. Houston gets the back of him as well. James sideways. Houston hard on the outside. Well, Zabosian involved. Hunter Senior involved as well as a big wreck here in the front off of turn number 2. As there's more drivers involved as well, trying to avoid. And that's going to bring our 4th caution of the night here with 46 laps to go. And that is a big one, especially for our championship hopefuls as well. Wow. So all started there with Alex Anderson and Michael James making contact. It looks like Anderson just drove in it a little bit too hard on the entry of turn 1. Up to Richard, goes a little contact there. Houston gets to the back left rear from James, who has to check up, and then pow, and the outside wall they go, and a bunch of drivers involved, a bunch of chase drivers involved as well. People trying to avoid the wreck, and Spencer getting tagged there from Alan Wild as well. It's right around 7 or 8 drivers involved there total. There's no one really coming down pit lane. As right now, Anderson looking really good out in front here with around 44 laps to go. We're going to restart here with 42 to go. There's still one more pit stop I believe these drivers have to make. Anderson choosing the top side here, so it'll be interesting to see how this works out for him. I mean, like the outside has kind of been the preferred lane here tonight so far. It's been very hard to pass on the inside line so far here in these ARCA cars at Homestead. Pace car turns off in the pit lane. We're about to go back green here, and green flag is in the air. Back in the way here, 42 laps to go at Homestead Miami Speedway for chase race number 2. A lot of chase drivers getting involved in that wreck that just happened. 4 laps to go. He's on the top 3 single file out. Justin Coggin trying to run the outside. He's got a single file out. Johnny Kite. Ooh, Sam Hop, big wiggle off of turn number 2. He'll keep it straight though. Is Justin Coggin going to take advantage of that one? He's going to go 3 wide here in the entry turn number 3. As they're 3 wide for third. Little RG Bargy there, a little contact. This is actually for seconds. Is Isaiah Walters on the outside wall. They'll lose 2 spots here, maybe 3 spots here to 9K as well. Sam Hoff trying to get around that 46 machine. On the entry turn number 1, contact up the racetrack they go. These drivers are getting really aggressive here late in this race. That's almost 4 wide off for turn number 2. Just some more contact. Dustin Coggin backs out of it though. Sam Hoff gets tagged there, but he does save it. As they're 3 wide still out, and Alex Anderson to pull away to a big gap over the rest of the field. As they're 3 wide, 2 rows deep, it looks like. You off of turn number 4. It's gonna get tight though off of 4, but they keep it straight for now. As they now go side by side instead of 3 wide. But now kind of has settled out a little bit as Isaiah Walters now up to 2nd, Sam Hoff up to 3rd, Johnny Kite up to 4th now. Trying to get around his teammate of Jared Skinner. Just getting a little contact hit between him and Nathan Johnson. As Isaiah Walters getting past there from Sam Hoff. As can they catch up to Alex Anderson? He pulls out to the gap about 0.8 of a second. That's about 8 to 10 car lengths there for Alex Anderson. Most of the field now single file out for the most part. Big race here. Donnie Kite on the outside of Dustin Cotton. Cotton a bit loose off of turn number 2. And Kite do anything here on the exit of turn 2 down the back. Hooks the inside, has a peak. not quite able to do much. Now there goes Dustin Coggan on the inside of Nathan Johnson for 4th place here. When will we see these drivers come down pit lane as well to make their last pit stops? They should be able to come down this time out. They really wanted to. Looks like Donnie Cut get a good exit off of turn number 2. It'll clear Dustin Coggan down the back straight away. As the top 3 have kind of pulled away from the rest of these drivers behind. Alex Anderson, Sam Hoff, Isaiah Waltrus, and Donnie Kite. Donnie Kite's in a big pack of 8 or so cars. Alex McQueen, excuse me, kind of in the back of this pack. Maybe Albert Lopez a little further on back. So we'll see how big of a shovel this takes here. And when will these drivers come down pit lane? Will we see driver come down early, later? I'm in the midway point. These drivers have already been in these tires and this thing of fuel for around 20 laps or so. So they'll probably have to come down around 15 or so laps at most. And there goes Jared Scaring to the inside of Nathan Johnson. Zach Stewart looking to the top side, maybe. And there goes Nathan Johnson. Oh, contact between him and Jared Scarra. Turn 1, turn 2. That's got Nate Bogus to move himself up to some few positions. Tony Allison as well, as these 2 drivers move down 2 spots right now. As Isaiah Watt just catching up to Sam Hoff right now. So 20 laps to go. There's Donnie Kite loose there. One driver coming down pit lane, not sure who that was. It might have been, yeah, Jared Skinner. Looks like and Isaiah Waltrus coming down pit lane here. And a bunch of other drivers coming down pit lane with 27 laps to go. A little bit earlier than I thought these drivers would come down pit lane. I think they were probably, I assume they were waiting until probably around lap 22, 25, somewhere in that range. With 27 laps to go. A little earlier than I expected, but we'll see how it plays out though. And there goes Alex Anderson not pit lane a lap later. Will Sam Hoff stay out? Yes, he will. But Wilson Hoff coming out pit lane this time by, man. A lot of the field coming out pit lane, so we'll see how it works out though. Looks like Hoff might be going out an extra lap. No, looks like he's being this time by. Robert Lopez is going to be, I think, the only driver to stay out, same with Alex McQueen as well. As McQueen comes down right now. There goes Albert Lopez. Down pit lane. Jordan Warnock coming up pit lane as well. And I think Isaiah Walters will be our race leader as he looks like he took 2 tires right there on that last pit stop. Great call from him. He did it earlier in tonight's race. Let's kind of try to do it again. Can he hang on though? He has about let's see, about a 2.5 second lead over Alex Anderson here with 22 laps to go. Looks like last time by, Alex Anderson was about 4/10 quicker than Isaiah Walters. So he's slowly but surely bringing that gap down. Gap down under a second, 2 seconds, excuse me, 1.7 is the gap now. I think he should be able to catch him these next few laps here. 19 laps to go, plenty of time for him to do something here. And 18-0 this time by. It's just not going to be enough for Isaiah Walters to hang on, I don't think. I mean, we'll see what the dirty year does here for Alex Anderson, though, but he's about half a second, 4/10 of a second quicker that time by. And with 18 to go, he is easily going to catch in these next 4 laps. But like I mentioned, dirty year is definitely a thing to be cautious of and consider big time. Sam Hoff getting around Donnie Kite, looks like there. These two nose to tail pretty much here down the front straightaway. Looks like Donnie Kite lost a little bit of time there, but up front, half a second is the gap between the top two. And Isaiah Walters is right there. $15 laps to go. Here comes Alex Anderson to the inside for the race lead. Isaiah Walsh just tried a two-tire strategy, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out and pay off for a victory as he gets past here with 14 laps to go this time by for the race lead. 'As Dustin Coggin and Jared Skinner battling here for 5th place. Still got quite a bit of time left, 14 laps to go. Anything can happen. Seeing a couple late race cautions here. A lot of times also we've already seen a couple cautions here from the drivers getting loose off of these corners, especially on these older tires as well. Looks like Donnie Kite still on the back bumper of Sam Hoff. Will these drivers really catch up to Isaiah Walters? 12 laps to go this time by. About 1 second is the gap, and I think they'll be able to get to Isaiah Walters here, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to pass him. The big battles here for us around 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Albert Lopez has a little bit fresher tires than these drivers ahead of him. Oh, he's ripping the tops there. He tried to out a while ago, block him off there in turn 1 and turn 2. Big battle here, almost 3 wide action. That's Nathan Johnson up top. Looks like 16 of Jordan Evans kind of in the middle there. There's a 3 wide down the back straightaway here with 10 laps to go. This is for 11th place. 4 or 5 car battle here in the mid pack through 3 and 4. Will they make it work here off of turn number 4? Still 3 wide down, while a bit loose there on the inside. Nathan Johnson can have a good run, has some draft as well. He'll clear in the turn 1. Not quite. Christian Schwarger going to do it to the inside. He has a say about that one. Not going to make it too easy on Nathan Johnson quite yet. He'll clear here off turn number 2 from that 19 machine. But back out in front for 2nd place. Isaiah Walsh just getting caught here from Sam Hoff and Donnie Kite, but those two behind him are duking it out for a third place position. Oh, Sam Hoff on the outside wall. He's going to lose a spot here. The Donnie Kite most likely. No, he actually got some momentum there off of turn number 4 from doing that there. Wow. So it looks like, you know, he got lost some time there. It looks like Donnie Kite will clear in the turn number 1. So Isaiah Watchers might be able to fend these drivers off here with 6.5 laps to go. Donnie Kite all the back bumper of Isaiah Watchers through turn 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, 5 laps to go this time by. Jerry Zuki out here for second place, but back in the mid-pack. We were just looking at this a few laps ago. It's about for 12th place. Jordan Evans loses down to 13th. Now could be down to 14th here as Albert Lopez side by side here with Jordan Evans. Now in turn number 1. Looks like Lopez will clear easily down turn 1, but back up to second. Donnie Kite on the inside of Isaiah Watchers. He's going to get a little loose there, but he's going to clear off of turn 4. Watchers with a good run though. Well, he looks to the inside, not quite. Dude, Donnie Kite got a block there. Yeah, stall out Isaiah Watchers' run, but Watchers going to rip the top side, try to make something work. And here comes Sam Hoff as well. We got a 3-way battle for second as Alex Anderson has pulled away to throw a 3-second gap over these drivers behind him. As a big sin for Sam Hoff, he gets a bit loose on entry though. And so here comes Isaiah Watchers on the outside on those two right side tires. This Kite, is he clear? No, he's not. Here comes Isaiah Watchers. Good run off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go this time by. Can Watchers get a good exit off of turn number 2? Yes, he does. He's going to clear, I think, down to turn number 3. Back in front, more importantly, Alex Anderson through turn 3 and 4. Coming white flag this time by as they're 3 wide behind him. Sam Hoff, big move in the middle there. He's going to back out of it though. White flag in here this time by for Alex Anderson and the rest of the field. Isaiah Watchers will clear down in turn number 1. Alex Anderson started in 32nd place, wrecked in his heat race. He's going to come off with turn number 4 and pick up the win here tonight at Homestead Miami Speedway. What a victory for that 67 machine as they battle it behind him for second. Isaiah Watchers, Donnie Kite. There's going to be single file there as Isaiah Watchers will win that battle for second. And the mid-pack battle we were watching earlier looks like it's kind of phased out there further on back. Alex Anderson will win here tonight at Homestead. He'll win the Thick Productions 225. As Alex Anderson continues to burn it down, or finishes burning it down there, Homestead will take a quick break. We'll speak to our top 5 drivers in a few moments' time. We're back here live at Homestead Miami Studio. We're going to speak to our top 5 finishers in a few moments time. But first off, we're going to take a quick look at our race results here for the Thick Productions 225 at Homestead. As Alex Anderson will be our race winner, Isaiah Welch's will finish in second. Third will be Donnie Kite. Fourth will be Sam Hoff. Fifth will be Jared Skinner. Justin Coggan will be sixth. Nate Bogus in seventh. Zach Stewart in eighth. Tony Allison in ninth, and Christian Swagger rounding out the top 10. Alan Wild will be 11th, Albert Lopez 12th, Eric Kep in 13th, Jordan Evans 14th, Nathan Johnson 15th, Alex Queen in 16th, Christopher Bush in 17th, Braden McWilliams in 18th, Jimmy Geikus 19th, and Jordan Warnock rounding out the top 20. 21st will be Hunter Sr. Tim McBasketball 22nd, Thomas Mincher 23rd, Skylar Jones 24th, Daniel Mullix 25th, Craig Martin 26th, Brock Morris 27th, Ryan Housen in 28th, Michael James 29th, and Connors Bozen in 30th. 31st, Carl Linsky, 32nd, Carl Cantones, 33rd, Ruben Rose, 34th, Dylan Lamb, 35th, Michael Mom, and Ryan out our 36th car field tonight will be Nathan Breyer in the 14 machine. So we'll speak to our race winner here of Alex Anderson, going from 32nd to 1st here tonight at Homestead. Looks like he's not in the right room, so we'll speak to Donnie Kite first, I guess. Let me drive back and see who's in the right place where he's supposed to be right now currently. Hello, Donnie. You got a copy?
Hey, Talon, how's it going?
Pretty good. You looked pretty good out there in that 3rd place there. Almost got to Isaiah Wall just at the end there. Just came up a little too short. It seems like you have a little different strategy call earlier in tonight's race. You stayed out quite a bit longer than some other drivers, paying a little, putting on the 2nd caution, I believe it was, before you had that long green flag run. Were you kind of hoping that it'd stay green the rest of the way, or were you kind of hoping for maybe a lucky caution? What was kind of your strategy call there at kind of the early part of this race?
Well, when that 2nd yellow dropped, everyone had stayed out. So I said, well, I'll go get tires then. So I was just kind of on that strategy, but I mean, I wasn't worried about being offset. I actually kind of liked it. You know, it's not often I could find myself pretty much on a lower percentage bracket in terms of strategy calls, and it was the polar opposite of what the rest of the field did. I think there was only like 4 of us that did it. And I was content on it going green. I didn't care if there was going to be a caution because I'd made up so many spots on the racetrack. So I think either way it was going, we were going to look pretty good. Hell, the caution might have actually helped us there. I don't know that I would have made it up to a podium, but I was knocking on the top 7 for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You had a good showing here tonight in that 3rd place position. So anyone to thank for tonight's great run?
Yeah, just everybody on the team. We all get together as much as we can. We're working outside of this league too. We're trying to, make some moves in Nora area, all these bigger places that we could, in terms of popularity, not necessarily bigger field size. SAC is pretty big as well, but we're just a tight knit group of guys. In the past 15 years or so that I've been doing this, I've had a lot of great teammates over the year, but right now this is probably the strongest group I've been a part of. Just the guys on the track tonight. Even Brock, he's kind of a satellite teammate tonight. He's out there in a bow tie, getting it done for Marshall Home Construction. And Brian Marshall, he wasn't able to finish out the season, but Hunter, Jared, Kyle was on the box tonight. Craig Martin out there, just a great group of guys, and that really just comes down to everybody at Juicy Spider and all the work that they've done on the racetrack and off the racetrack, trying to give us guys a good spot to be. And I haven't been on the track in SAC in probably about a month. It was good to come back in here and tear it up with the boys again. So I'm just really happy for everybody on this race team right now. Hopefully we can go. I'm not battling for the title, but I know Jared and Hunter are trying to battle for the title. Hopefully we can go get it done here in a few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Great result, like I mentioned, for you here in 3rd place. We'll see you next week, possibly at New Hampshire.
Appreciate it, Talon. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, and congrats. for Donnie Kite on his third place here tonight. Great result here, like you mentioned. Kind of took a little time off here from SuperStar ARCA Cup Series, and he came back and had a great showing and ran up front for most of this race as well. But now our race winner here of Alex Anderson has finally joined in the right place. So up 31 positions. We'll speak to him about a couple things there as well. But our race winner here for Alex Anderson. Hello, Alex. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So you pick up the win here tonight. Did not have a great heat race wrecked in that one. Had to start all the way down to 32nd place. Worked your way up through the field. And you found your way to victory lane. Talk us through that one.
Well, to be honest, man, this is not one that I feel good about really at all. I mean, lap 105, I trying to get around Michael before Ryan hawks me down, and I just fucking, excuse my language, wow, sorry, missed the bottom, and I just doored him, and then looked like he just slid back on Ryan, and then that took out a bunch of competitive cars. So I mean, I'm happy to get the win, happy to move up in the points, especially after the season I've had. But yeah, it's not one I really feel good about. The heat, I don't know, it's just wrong place, wrong time, I guess. And then I just kind of got my way back up there on pit strategy. And then when the yellow came out, like around lap 100, I was honestly okay with that because I was having to save fuel before Ryan passed me there. So, I mean, after that, I don't want to say it, but it was kind of just smooth sailing.
Yeah, also one thing to note, the last pit stop there, were you kind of just trying to split the tires there halfway through, or what was kind of your thought process on that
No,
one?
so what happened was I was like that entire time I was really debating whether or not I was going to like split it or if I was going to go deep and try and take two with like 11 or 12 to go. And I pretty much just based it on like it'd be reaction based. So if somebody else that was in like the top five or like maybe just outside the top five pit, then I would pit. And then if the leader pits, I figured everybody else is going to come with me. And that's exactly what happened. Jared pit, and I was like, okay, I know he's good, and he'd probably make up that gap. So I was like, all right, let me come in the lap after him. And then actually, I was in the call with Isaiah. He meant to take four. He didn't mean to take two. So that was interesting. I honestly didn't think I was going to catch him for a couple laps because when he took two earlier in the race, he was really fast doing that. But yeah,
Yeah, well,
I was gonna say something else. I kind of forgot what it was.
well, anyways, you still had a great result here now. Obviously, probably not the way you wanted it to happen, but still, it did happen. You got the victory here tonight. But in your win, I think, for tonight's win.
Not really. I mean, I don't really like this one, but I'll say it all anyways. This is only like my third podium this season. I think it's like not been going too good for me, but definitely got to thank my parents for getting me out in college and whatnot. It's only my second SAC win since I moved to my dorm room, so I'm hoping to break the dorm room curse a little more. Everybody at the race tech shop, especially Michael, I'm sorry if there's anything I could say or do to take that back. I would. It was boneheaded moving me. Gotta thank my paint scheme designer, Davin Cornelius. Drive through, go hit him up. He does great work. Gave me the Storm Power car for the movie theme night. Anybody who's watched Twisters, hopefully you get that reference. Maybe one person will, probably not. Thanks to Sam and everybody for putting on the show, and thanks to you for putting on the broadcast.
And no problem. And congrats on your win tonight. And we'll see you next week at New Hampshire.
Thank you very much.
That was Alex Harrison, our race winner. Not obviously had the contact with Michael James, I believe, and also kind of Ryan Houston had to avoid him and kind of caused a lot of chase drivers to wreck out there as well. Carnes Bozen, you one of them as well, I believe. I can remember. Isaiah Walsh was finishing up in the second place, taking two tires there, able to hold on the second, ahead of Donnie Kite and Sam Hoff. So we'll speak to him in a few moments' time. Isaiah, you got a copy?
Hello.
So you pick up second here tonight. Two-tire strategy. Heard you weren't trying to do two tires, but it seems like it worked out for you there at the end, holding on the second there ahead of Donnie Kite and Sam Hoff.
Yeah, I'll call it a wash. I guess I fat fingered two tires, but I was able to hold them off around the top the last 10 laps. Very fun racing, but it's good, hard, respectful racing. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely. And next week we go to a completely different racetrack in New Hampshire. So what are your thoughts there on the kind of a flat racetrack and very very unique, pretty much a mile racetrack there.
I believe I ran well there last year, so I'm hoping to continue that momentum. I've had a good string of races so far in the chase, and as long as I keep that up, I think I got a solid of enough shot as anyone else.
Yeah, definitely. Well, end up second here. Anyone I think for tonight's great run?
I'd like to thank Alex Anderson for taking out some of my key opponents. He won the race too, so good job to him.
Well, like I said, congrats on your second here tonight at Homestead. We'll see you next week at New Hampshire.
Thank you.
So as Isaiah Walters, our second place finisher, we'll bring in our fourth place finisher of Sam Hoff. You can get there with Donnie Kite and Isaiah Walters as well. He almost picked up second there, but that's the difference between second and fourth right there. Not in the booth here currently, so maybe bring in our fifth place finisher, Jared Skinner, if he's in here. Doesn't look like he is. Don't believe I see him. But and we'll also see if we can interview some drivers who finished inside the top 5 last week at Sonoma as well. Because we missed those guys' interview. We got Brock Morris who won that race, Ryan Houston in second. He's in here as well, so we'll bring him in. Sam Hoff, Connor Bosian, Daniel Molnix, and looks like... So we'll bring in Ryan Houston, who was involved in that wreck, but also finished in second place last week at home at Sonoma. So we'll bring him in here quickly. Hello, Ryan. This is Booth. You got a copy?
Oh, hey, Alan.
So you finished last week at second place. We got interviewed the top 5 as last week since we missed that one. But obviously tonight, not going probably as planned. Obviously, pole position. I just kind of fell off right there with around lap 100 with the big wreck, getting involved there. Talk us through kind of how that went through your windshield there.
Yeah, I mean, everything was going pretty well until that 100. I think I kind of felt like I was quite a bit faster than everyone tonight. Sometimes brakes don't go your way. I got shuffled into the pack for that in the last restart or whatever, and was a little aggressive with my move, and just kind of killed Michael a little bit too hard, and then it got me back and into the wall. And that was the end of that. It sucks. This is my favorite track. I think it's one of the ones that I just gel with, and to have an opportunity to win one chase tonight, blow up like that really sucks.
Yeah, definitely. But kind of looking forward to the next few weeks. Got to track out like New Hampshire next week. So what are your thoughts there? Very, very different racetrack there.
Yeah, actually, I think New Hampshire is another one of my other tracks that was pretty strong there last season. I think I've gotten a little better. So hoping, good feeling about it. Hopefully, better time cautions and less strategy that puts me outside. It takes the lead from me. That's all I'm hoping for next week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you still had a good kind of showing here before that wreck happened there, lap 100, 105. You want to thank for tonight's good run also, or last week's good run and tonight as well before that happened?
Yeah, last week first, I'll touch on that, but it was a good run. Got some damage I think right on the first pit stop in pit road, and it was a miracle I got to hang on for second there, but I wasn't touching Brock the whole race. He's just got it a little bit better on the road courses. But yeah, thanks to shout out to Thick Productions, sponsor of the race. Albert's production company does stickers and paints and stuff. Shout out to him. He's the one that made the Chainsaw Man paint for me tonight, and the thing looked really good. And I thought I was going to be able to park it in victory lane for him, but it just wasn't meant to be. Shout out to my mom, my dad for watching, my friends Josh and Megan watching back home. got to watch me run up front for a while tonight, but I couldn't quite finish the deal for him.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully next week a little bit luckier, and hopefully we maybe speak to you next week as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best, Talon.
Yep. As I was Reinhausen finishing 27th place, not the result he wanted tonight, got pole position, but finished second week last week at Sonoma, so he still has his chance in the chase. Only I think 170 points back, as I think I saw there. So still has a chance in the chase here. This is still early on in the chase as well. It's only 2 races out of 6, so still 4 more to go. Another driver finishing inside the top 5 that we did not get an interview at Sonoma. Looks like it's Daniel Molnix, I believe, finishing 5th. So we'll bring him in here. That'll be the last interview of the night as well. Not having a great result as well for him. 25th place. Oh, Daniel, you got booth this copy.
Yeah, I got you.
So you finished last week in the top 5 at Sonoma, so we're just going to interview here at Homestead. Obviously, probably not the run you won here, finishing 25th. Wrecking your heat race as well did not help at well.
No.
Just talk us through your night, and also you can talk us through last week as well.
Well, last week, yeah, we'll get the high note first. Last week, I just really wanted to keep it on track and just, get what I could. Coming into the chase, I knew Sonoma would be my big, I guess, Achilles heel. And fortunately, I finished 5th. It was a good points day. Me and Isaiah were really close. I think I was like 39 points or so out of the lead. And coming into the rest of the races, I was like, I just got to, chip away at it and pretty much like outpoint Sam. I think I would assume by 39 points total from here on out, and that would give it to me. And then, so I was happy with the 5th place. And then we come to this week, and I haven't really seen a replay of the heat incident, but that put me in the back. And then very first pit stop, I was just following cars into pit road, and everybody at the very last second is dodging the barrels getting in, and I just ripped my right front off. I had like 6.5 minutes of damage. I went 10 laps down, so maybe my race was done pretty early. Fortunately, I mean, I hate that it was teammates, but fortunately, they, got caught up in some stuff, and I was just able to pick up those few spots. But I think now I'm 150-ish or so points out of the lead, so mathematically I'm not out, but realistically I'm probably, I can claw my way back up, but I doubt that I can win it from here. But show up every week and get what we can get, and see where we fall at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the mentality you need going forward here in these next 4 races. Well, and you win that thing for tonight's or last week's race, and also tonight's before overall.
Last week particularly, Michael James, he, I'm not gonna say like he coached me in a way, but we were out on track together last week, and I picked up a few things from him. So big shout out to him for last week. And then this week they kind of leaned back on me a little, and I think the results showed it. Well, Michael's was going to be a good finish until he got caught up in his wreck. But again, guys at Race Deck, we for the most part, I would say race pretty well as a team. I still probably not the best time for an interview, but I'll choose my words wisely. But yeah, hats off to those guys. Sam, and all the admin putting this on. You with the broadcast always do a great job with it. Yeah, we'll just take it 1 week at a time and get what points we can get, and see where we end up.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm wishing the best of luck to you next week at New Hampshire. We'll see you a week from today.
All right, thank you.
So that was Daniel Mullox in the 21 machine, finishing 25th this week, and last week finishing inside the top 5. So that's gonna be it for post race interviews. So overall, very exciting race. A lot of them probably running there in the middle there, and have some light race cautions juicing some things up and some chase contenders coming out as well. But like I mentioned, next week we go to New Hampshire in the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series at 7:15 or 8:15 Eastern Time. And then also our next broadcast will be at Rockingham in the Top Tier Racing O'Reilly Series at 8:15 Eastern Time as well, Tuesday nights. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys for watching from Homestead Miami Speedway.